Hey everyone, hope all is going well. Okay, so a lot of conversations been going on about literally, I guess everything we could say. But I wanted to talk about this with the evictions, and I see we are all entitled to our opinions. Number one, let's get this straight. This is not the housing law channel. I'm not here to address any housing laws. That's not what this is about. Okay, so for some people who want to bring that to the channel, newsflash for you. I don't need your education on housing laws. If I want that, I can do it. And regarding housing laws, sweetie, if I want that information, I can contact people who are developers. Yeah. So I'm not here to be worried about the Section 8 housing laws. I'm not concerned about it. Now, I don't want people on the street, but I also want accountability. So this is not the channel for you to talk about some Section 8 housing laws. I never have been on Section 8. Man, if they had given me Section 8, I would have got one of those houses paid for by now. Okay? So this is not the channel for you. I'm not here to discuss the housing laws and what they need to do. Okay? So a lot of people get up in arms about it. They want to say, oh, the landlord, let the people stay there. Let's see you go ahead and sacrifice for a property and somebody try to stay free on you. And here's the sad thing. I've experienced this myself personally, and I've seen others do it. So you have to realize this sometimes, if it quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, good ain't but a darn duck. You can give people time and try to work out things with them. And guess what? People can stay in a property for a year free, 2 years free. It doesn't matter, 6 months free. When it's time to leave and circumstances haven't changed or the free ride is up, people get very angry. Oh, they get angry. You're going to learn today what you're dealing with. Then you're going to see, hey, but they've been staying there 7 months free. And who been paying that mortgage company? Is the mortgage company going to call the renter or call the owner? They're going to call the owner. So you still been paying for you a place and for them a place. For those who are like thinking the landlord is so bad, let me tell you something. If you think the mom and pop landlord is so bad, wait, my darling, wait. These hedge funds and corporations buying up these neighborhoods. If you think the mom and pop is so bad, oh, sweetie, a lot of these people are going to be in for a heck of a rude awakening. You ain't seen nothing yet. You think Wall Street gonna be playing with you? These hedge funds buying up these properties. Well, but my you haven't met cold blooded yet, and I'm not talking about on a movie I've seen. I got people's phone names and numbers in my phone, and you meet them. We can go meet and talk, and what have you. Palm Beach, New York, and they're cool. Yeah, that because you're seeing a social aspect of them. Business wise, they'll eat you alive and think nothing of it. The ones calling the shots from the top, they don't play around. So you think about it, people with the mom and pop, you think that's something. Man, when these corporations get a hold of you, these hedge funds, these companies funding these properties, oh, you gonna recognize game. You finna get put on game real quick. It's a whole nother kind of party. So this right here, Section 8, where the housing laws are, I don't care about that. Is that gonna make me some money? Is it a stock tip for me? I don't care about the Section 8 housing laws. Okay? Don't care about it. That doesn't affect me. And I have things to do. So I thought about it and all this, oh my. I know a lot of times, and I'm going to speak to my peeps, the African American community. I know a lot of times, boy, we sure do. And it's just part of the group. I think the group think we sure always siding with some ignorance. Let's be real. What if there are two people here? Let's say one person is sitting here, Katie and DeQuanda. We got two ladies here. Between Katie and DeQuanda, woo, child, we got 10 kids. And let's say there's a prize of $10,000. So we have option A, give the money, the $10,000 to Katie and DeQuanda with the 10 kids, or option B, give the money to Calvin or Keisha, and they have a business. They have a business plan. They need capital. Very viable business plan. They need capital to run it. Speaking in general, what do you think? And I'm just going to kind of phrase this toward the BC. The BC is going to choose who? Katie and DeQuanda. They got them 10 kids. Child, they can't have them kids doing without. That's the investment we're willing to make. Other communities, hate to tell you, and especially business people, black people don't understand business. They not finna get no 10,000 to Katie and DeQuana because they already know they might go, hey, get to living it up and end up pregnant again. That's the reality. Why? Because not you can call it judgmental. Again, I'm giving my commentary, and you can feel free to share yours. They already know that $10,000, there's not going to be a return on the investment. In most cases, yeah, it's not going to be a return on the investment. Then with the business aspect, Calvin and Keisha over here have a business, a viable business plan. Oh, so you need capital. Maybe you can kind of, yeah, that can kind of carry you guys. So they would invest in them because they know that business mindset. They could invest in them, and then there could be a return on it. Why do you think Goldman Sachs is sitting up here giving money to black women in business? Goldman Sachs ain't said jack CHIT about Section 8. Not that I know of. They have said, hey, we got a program. If you a baby mama and you got a whole bunch of cheering and it's not going right for you, call this number. Hey, let's not get it twisted. If anybody got it, Goldman Sachs got it. So stop and think. What's the program for that? You think they don't see all these folk homeless and all of that? It's a different mindset. A different mindset. All this, people up in arms about the Section 8 thing, and I get it, have their opinions, and they think, oh, they can let those folks stay. Again, let's go ahead and let you buy a house and let somebody stay for free. And then when it's time to move out, they still tear it up. I hope you got at least $10,000, $20,000, not your savings, honey. That can wipe your savings out. A lot of us don't have that. I hope you have the kind of money to rehab it. Yeah, because you're going to have to rehab the house and put it up again. Yeah, plus you already lost money on rent. Life is business. It ain't government cheese. And a lot of people think that, and that's why we keep creating. Sometimes life is hard enough. Let's not create problems to make it harder. Let's just not. I know a black man, and there are a lot of these guys. Be a millionaire. He rents a small apartment and loves to wear khakis. You might think, oh, he just a little geek, a little nerd. Stay to himself. Of course he does. He ain't trying to get involved. Well, he never want to go out to the club and get turned up. Hey, no. He don't want to hang around none of the brothers. He wants to hang around like-minded men. He not finna deal with a TT and go to some dungeon club and a fight break out. Somebody try to step to him and start fighting. What if he has to defend himself? Then they realize he got a little chain. I'm gonna sue him for he hurt me, medical bills. He's not gonna deal with that trash. Protecting his assets. And that's one thing I think the BC needs to do. We will sympathize more so with a person who makes bad decisions over and over again. Some women make decisions, they're like, oh man, I dated this guy and got pregnant, had a relationship, we didn't get married. I'm done, I'm on my own. They got their one child or maybe two, and they are making it work. But we want to sit up here, somebody got 8 or 10 and go, well, we got to do something. No, we don't have to do anything, but maybe try to let her know, get your self-esteem up. So speaking of that, what if there was a Section 8 program strictly for entrepreneurs? I'm willing to bet most people would be like, especially in our community, no, they can get a job like everybody else. They can get a job like everybody else. Really? What if we had that? Look on the screen. If there was a Section 8 program for entrepreneurs, and like I said before, what do you think the think tanks are? Ain't nobody in Simi Valley sitting up here working 40 hours a week a lot. Oh, I work 40 hours a week. Then let me go ahead and get this business started. Very who does that? Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what my information that I see. Why do you think other people, just like on Billions, I told you about the guy, he invested that young kid to teach him to play baseball. They have a contract. Life is business. I'll buy all rent this space out for you. We've got it built in because there was a problem with the neighbors, so they set him up in a private location, okay, where you actually get in your car and go, paying for this little rental place where he can practice that baseball. The man paid out for it. It's an investment. The return, it ain't gonna come next week. It's a freaking child. But if in the event they see the talent in that kid, He done hire somebody that's got him out. They see the talent in that kid. He invests in them. And then when that kid gets older, high school and college, okay, and he gets noticed and goes professional, boom, that contract gonna kick in. So it's not a 5-day investment plan. It takes time. It's an investment. He gets part of the contract. He's going to get more than what he put in. And it's stuff like that our people can't see. We can sure take in these dusties and they don't have to do a darn thing but be dusty, be a male, of course, be dusty. That's why I don't have any sympathy for them. If anything, they're going to, in the BC, they're going to find 3 hot tenant cots in somebody's car somewhere. They can get someplace to eat and sleep somewhere. So if you can get that easily handled, you can sure go ahead and get you a job, start a business. You can do something. You can do something. So I thought about it. What if we had a Section 8 program for entrepreneurs? Okay, let's say we have the program, and this has hit. I wonder if the entrepreneurs, and it can be people that have no kids, maybe people that have 1 or 2 kids, what have you. They could have children. I thought about it. I wonder if the entrepreneurs would get the same sympathy and the same, oh my goodness, that is bad, they can stay there, as the Section 8 people that have may have one baby daddy, multiple baby daddies, but multiple children by broke men that can't even afford a pot of beans, can't afford half of a Krispy Kreme donut, can't even take you shopping at the 99-cent store. What if this happened and then, oh my goodness, the money's run out? I guarantee you most will be hollering, well, they're going to have to go get a job like everybody else. But when it's Section A, and people just keep on they've got some programs for job training. Oh my goodness, they can buy a house. Really? And you've been on it for how long? Oh, we don't want to face reality. Sometimes, and I agree with the person who made a comment in the video, who actually works, I believe, in that industry. That's what they want. Sometimes that's what people want. This is how they're living their lives, is how they want to live it. Except when they realize, oh, this is our comfort zone. They don't want to go anywhere. You can buy a house on Section. They never heard of that until like maybe a little bit last year. You've been on it for how long? Why you don't have a house? Not important to you. Well, you probably wish you would have had bought a house, a lot of them, because it's more likely, it's easier to get kicked out of an apartment than it is a house. A house is more paperwork. See, that lease, so you can, a lease, honey, you can get up out of there real quick. So what if there was a Section 8 program for entrepreneurs? How many people would support that? Well, they don't have any kids. I don't see why. You know why? That's a poverty mindset, and you don't understand life as business. You don't have a business, and you don't understand. That's why many of us are failing at a poverty mindset. Can't relate to it. That's a bad idea. If you had a Section 8 program for entrepreneurs, you could get a return. The return we're getting right now is a bunch of cheering, running wild in the street. The return we're getting right now is a higher crime rate. Yeah, face the reality. Some people on Section 8 trying to make it work, and some have. The majority ain't trying to make it work. It's working like they want. And these kids can do whatever the hell they want. Just get out of my hair. And we don't want to face that reality. We want to try to pretend. Like we want to pretend like the Black community is so loving and everything is okay. And it's not. It's the worst community to be. Everybody knows it. Heck, look like they might know it in the Ukraine. They sure ain't welcome us. Not welcome anywhere. I wonder why. And you can say, sure, racism a part of, even Black people that are decent don't want to be around the hullabaloo. We don't want to be around that. You bring trouble and drama. Trouble and drama. That's why some of these HOAs you look up here, you're not going to have them sitting up here posted up and bringing all these cars. They're not going to have it. No. Before you buy property, you might want to read that HOA. That's why they're not taking some of these vouchers. The problems, but we don't want to address it. And if you can't address it, darling, we can't fix it. Maybe we need to put our arms around some of these women and say, hey, we love you, girl. You deserve so much better. This man abusing you, the worst thing you can do is carry the seed of poverty, because pretty much we can see the trajectory. Your lifestyle's going to go down. Someone put in the comment section, and I'll do a video on that. They're trying to make Section A obsolete. You know what? That right there, I could see it. I could definitely see it. They're not taking the vouchers. Where are people supposed to go? How are the children supposed to make it and survive in that kind of environment? The mom all upset. They can see it and feel it. Pack up and go where? So the same sympathy, which is fine, because my main concern is the children. For the adults, I'm not really concerned about you. You've already made your bed. And those kind you can't tell them nothing. They're like Conway. You can't tell me nothing. And you're gonna end up with nothing. So the Section 8 program, what if we would have put a lot of entrepreneurs on it? I guarantee you some people would feel a certain type of way because all they understand, ain't nobody supposed to be supporting you while you go get this job set up. Other coaches do it all the time. While you get this business set up, you can do that on your own time. Nobody supposed to be supporting you while you get a business set up. Well, I want a business too. Well, if you do, go get to it. Hop at it. Let's go. So this right here, I think that would be a great idea. A Section 8 program for entrepreneurs. And work at your business and get funding. You know what you would get? Again, you get a better return. They're more focused. You would create more jobs, not more children that's going to fill up the prison pipeline. No, because people in business, they make calculated decisions. They don't make emotional decisions. They think things through. They have a tendency to think things through, not just to react and go do something. You would have less crime. You wouldn't be, they would, people in business not going to care to see the poverty D. Rich girls not for very few. Some will get with a little TT for a while, but they know to kind of keep after the fun. It's time to keep it moving. You would create more jobs. You have less unemployment. Man, tax revenue would jump up. Why? From the jobs. You'd have less crime because you've had less people in those areas. And you would have a more productive society and wouldn't be the laughing stock of the world. If we just had this in the Black community, a Section 8 program for entrepreneurs. Of course, we'd have to keep a little TT away because what they would do, heaven forbid, if they see a Black person doing this, they would be on Operation Hello Black Man working for the Klan. So we'd have to watch out for that. But it seems like this. I thought about it. I'm like, wow, a lot of people, Section 8, we have been taught and programmed to just automatically sympathize and unionize with ignorance. Are all people ignorant on it? Hell to the no. But when you sit up here and you got 5 and 6 kids, and it's like, what do you do all day? One sister girl had 4 kids. She went to law school. Another one had 4 kids and became an engineer. So what you doing all day? I was like, wow. And that is major. You got 4 kids within a PJs, became an engineer. She obviously started that program for housing and realized, hey, I can get ahead. Had a job but out of college while living in the PJs. So for the ones, not meaning for the elderly or disabled, but you sitting up here with 5 or 6 kids, I just want to know what you do all day. What do you do? Your kid must be the most well-read, and that's a lot to take on. So now we're in a situation, again, people being evicted, this thing is not going to go well. It's not just Section A, people getting evicted that they've never got a voucher to help pay their way. And where are they going to go? Get on the list? Yeah, right. Wait about maybe 5 or 10 years. Really? Really? That's what we're doing? Most of the money's going overseas. A lot of money is going overseas that could help the Americans. But yeah, I thought about it. What if we had a Section 8 program for entrepreneurs? And then what if this thing happened, a downturn? I wonder what would be what would be the consensus. I guarantee you. Well, they can just go get a job, child. Shoot, everybody can have a business. Poverty mindset. Are we saying the same thing about the ones sitting up here with these dust buckets? Why can't he go get a job and help support his children? Oh, he can't get a job? Well, why can't she go get a job and maybe he can be a stay-at-home daddy? So this society that we're in, especially the BC, you guys tell me, why not have a Section 8 program for entrepreneurs? I promise you it'd be a better return. it would be a better return than what we're doing right now. And people said, "Oh, we know we got the children." I talked to one guy and I was saying about the lady. I said, "Oh, she got that rental place," and we're talking about it. And he said, "Yeah." He said she had all those kids. He's like, "It's all about plan because the more kids she has," he said, "the more money she gets." And then I'm looking at some, and the money ain't too much, a meager existence for some. But again, some of them are okay with that, and I agree. People are doing what they want to do. And now this happened. Uh-oh, somebody better help me. Look what they doing to me. Look what they doing to me. I just want to know, out of all this time, aside from producing more children, baby girl, what we been doing? Aside from entertaining dust, baby girl, what we been doing? What's the dust bucket been doing? Just sitting up, not even, just a mere existence. And that's sad. So people in the program, good luck to you. Again, I'm not concerned about the adults, more the children. The women that are trying and men, that's different. But for the one that's just sitting up, playing, I'm using my womb as a wallet, girl. Yeah, I'm just not concerned about you. I'm just really not. My concern is the children because I already know dealing with you, the future looks very, very bleak, very bleak, and that's just reality. Kids being exposed to anything. That in Algiers, that looks like some kind of out of the country, some kind of war torn, forsaken place. And it's in, what is it, Algiers, Louisiana? You gotta be freaking kidding me. Refrigerator sitting outside. Oh my gosh. All those kids running around, dust bucket, no future. And that's the bad reality. Some will get a clue, the majority will not. So we can get a Section 8 program to go ahead and support people who gonna do what they want to do and have kids that want to. Y'all go ahead and pay for it. And it's of all races, be it DeQuanda, be it Lil Ling Ling, be it Maria, okay, be it Becky, Beckisha, she doing it too. Becky doing it too. If we can have a program for them who said, hey, they've got kids and children have to be fed and clothed. Why can't we have a program, Section 8 for entrepreneurs? Number one, you get a better return. Again, ask yourself a question. When Goldman Sachs, why aren't they doing anything? They know about that with Section 8. Goldman Sachs is not going to make that investment because they already know there will not be a return on it. They already know the mindset. And that's what we don't want to face. We want to pretend, put our head in the sand like everybody doing good, when they trying the best they can. No, the hell they are not. They're not. Why didn't Goldman Sachs go ahead and pull up for us the Section 8 program? They know the mindset. So the world is watching. For some of us who think they don't know how we get down, boy, you are green. You are sadly mistaken. That's why we keep on losing. We ain't hoodwinking nobody. This community, collectively, we're not hoodwinking nobody. That's why Goldman Sachs is picking the best of the best. They want the people who are business oriented. Those are going to be the survivors. Put the hard work in. It ain't much hard work. Just go ahead and having a bunch of kids and just sitting up waiting on your check. You say, well, it is hard work, but guess what? It's hard work that you inflicted on yourself. Life is hard. Welcome to the game. But I doubt if they had a program for entrepreneurs, man, things get hard. The money starts drying up the funds. Most people, if we're going to be honest, will be thinking most ignorant people, they'll be happy that, well, they can go get a job. Nah. Time to get her business. Poverty mindset. And given the mindset, we can see the behavior patterns. That's why a lot of people are not sympathizing with the Section 8 program. They're not sympathizing with the children on it, the women, the men. They're not sympathizing with it at all. Why? They already know. It's not going to be an investment. It's going to be more issues. And now we're at a very pivotal, we're at a very, the time now that's coming, it's sad and it's harsh. A lot will learn the hard way. But if we had a Section 8 program for entrepreneurs, man, we could create more jobs. You could use them. And I'm not saying to do away with the Section 8 program for families. If we had this program, you could use them to get them a job. I've heard about job training programs. Oh, they're not trying to hear about that. Oh, okay. Then you want to hear about that. No one's hardly showing up. But now that rent has increased for everybody, not just Section 8, but for everybody, as they say, now that rent increased, I've yet to hear one say, I'm not working. I wish I could find me a decent paying job. Everybody's like, my rent increase, what they gonna do about me? I can't pay it. My rent increase, I can't afford this. What am I supposed to do? Has anybody, I haven't seen it. Well, on the news, hey, here's my email. If someone can help me, I'm looking for a job. Put the email address out there to an employer. Ain't nobody done that. All you do is see the women sitting up. Look at this notice I got. What's gonna happen to me? But some been on it for years. I can't believe I'm hearing this about, darn it, inherit a voucher. That was the craziest thing to me. Why would you inherit a voucher, which is for temporary help? What's there to inherit? The embarrassment that I can't take care of myself? Inherit a voucher. And you think that's the ticket? It's not. All you inheriting is groupthink, and that groupthink leads to poverty. That's all you're inheriting. You think it's a dream. Well, now that dream will turn into a nightmare. And the powers that be, to be honest with you, my darling, they really don't care. I'm out.